Lovely Wednesday afternoon. Welcome on this week's edition of New Dawn. My name is Michael Akintunde. Again, today we'll talk about governance in Ondo State. My guest is a senior special advisor to Mr. Governor Youth Mobilization North, Angel Mayo. That's the name, but he's going to tell us his real name this afternoon. Good to have you in the studios of Adaba FM.
Michael, good afternoon.
Angel Mayo.
Yeah.
That's a nickname, no doubt.
Of course.
And your real name?
Mayowa Adebi.
Mayowa Adebi, essay to the Governor Youth Mobilization Now. So, okay, congratulations on your new appointment.
Thank you very much.
As essay to the Governor. Why is this appointment coming now? Seems it's late. What do you think?
No. The governor is the CEO of the state. He reserved the right to give appointment at his own will when he felt is necessary. And I think he considered this moment as the most appropriate time for him to give out such appointments. And of course, I don't see it coming late.
Okay. Some people believe all the new appointments were strategically done to position Arakuri for the party primary. Perhaps many still believe, yes, the primary is coming up soon, and then he should start doing things strategically now. What's your take on that?
Yeah, drawing from my earlier response, I don't believe the governor has pressed a panic button anyway that will warrant him giving appointment to people earlier.
How sure are you?
I'm very sure. Before my appointment, I have been part and parcel of the government. I know what is going on. And what the governor has done at this crucial time is to open the platform for more inclusion, for more people to come in. And I think such idea cannot be considered as an idea done in respect of what people are peddling.
Okay, now you're from the Northern Senatorial District of Ondo State, same Senatorial District the governor is from. Now, to your office, how exactly are you going to mobilize youth in your district?
Yes, I'm an experienced youth mobilizer. I have almost 2 decades experience in civic youth mentorship. I was president of the Students' Union in that ASDIS too in Akumba. And if you look at the response that greeted the appointments in the last few days, you realize that people, particularly the youth folks or the youth within this state, have been expecting such appointments. My intention is there are a lot of programs that this government is doing, a lot of programs that can benefit the youth of Ondo State. But my principal intention is to ensure that I create a platform for youth to know all these programs so that our youth can key into it. If you see what the government is doing in Ondo Lee Industrial Hub in Ore, but let me tell you, in the last 2.5 years, the government of Ondo State has employed thousands of employment, both in public and private sector. But most of this employment, the youth are not being carried along. They don't have better information on how to go about it.
And who do you blame for that?
Yes, we will not blame the government, but then there's important for us to take more step.
But we should know why. We should know why the youths are not getting the necessary information as regards that. So that means there is.
Of course, the government understands that there is lacuna in the area of youth mobilization. That is why he has given this appointment. And of course, I think we will justify the confidence reposed in us. In a couple of days, we'll try as much as possible.
Okay, minutes ago you talked about a lot of activities ongoing in the state, which you believe the youth of Ondo State will benefit from. What are those programs?
Yes.
I'm from Ondo State. I'm an indigenous of Ondo State. I'm a youth. I really need to know those programs also.
Programs on agriculture, programs in the sport area, programs in the economy, programs that the youth can benefit from.
Okay, we need to move ahead. My guest is essay to the Governor Youth Mobilization, Angel Mayor. That's the name. Okay, so tell me what you're going to do with this position to uplift the youth of the state, because you from the north. Is your focus on Northern Senatorial District or the state?
Yes. Primarily, my focus will be on the north.
Have you met with Mr. Governor recently?
No.
Okay, now, what are your plans? What are your programs aside information to the youth?
I'm not going to work in isolation. Just like the appointment reflects the essay to the governor on youth mobilization in the north, we have that of central and, of course, that of the north.
Yeah, I know, south.
So we are going to form a synergy that will form the most critical components of what program we want to dish out for the youth, and we have been working on it. In a couple of days, we'll be rolling out activities. There is need to engage our people. There is need to create an atmosphere of interaction where youth can, be brief about the program of the state and the one we intend to do.
Is it true that Nigerian youths are lazy?
I don't believe that.
But you've heard that before.
Yes, I've heard about it.
And you know who said that? The Nigerian youths are lazy.
No.
You don't?
Yes.
Okay, now, would you say Ondo State youths are very proactive?
God bless the youth of Ondo State. We have, as far as this country is concerned, Ondo State youths are the most hardworking youths that you can find anywhere in the whole world. They are profound, they are intelligent, and you see our media space too. See how engaging the youth of Ondo State are. And of course, I cannot, it would be a disservice to anyone to say Ondo State youth are lazy. They are not lazy.
Okay, is it true that youth mobilization comes up when election is near in Nigeria, not just in Ondo State now? Ordinarily, if you look at the statistics of those who vote on election day, the rate at which Nigerian youth participate in that exercise is on the increase. And I'm sure election will sure come up in Ondo State next year, November. Would you say Ondo State youth will sure be mobilized well to participate? What are your plans ahead?
Yes, beyond mobilization for election, I don't believe youth should mostly serve as instrument for electioneering alone. I think youth can participate in the socio-economic development of any state. Before, there are these insinuations that youth are only relevant during election. No, I don't believe that. If you look at the government of Ondo State, the governor specifically has given a lot of youth space to demonstrate their potentials, God given to potentials. And you can see among the appointees and even investors within the state. So I don't believe they are merely, relevant for elections alone.
Okay, they not too young to run, Bill. How do you think this will encourage Nigerian youths in participating in future elections? I did ask this question some time ago, and the response I gave, it's going to be very difficult for any youth in Nigeria to run for an elected position in the country because it is capital intensive. I don't know what your take is on this. See, you believe Nigerian youth can compete really with so many other politicians who have the financial strength?
I have different perspective about this not too young to run. Beyond the sloganeering, we I have contested election twice in this state, in 2014 and in 2019.
Sure.
To the State Assembly.
Okay, and what
and on two different occasions, I gave a very, very good account of myself. I didn't have money, but a lot of people came out to support me morally, financially, and of course spiritually.
And what happened?
Yes, election are meant to be won and lost. I lost on two occasions, but on consensus basis in 2019, the party resolved that they're going to give the ticket to another person.
Were you happy with your party decision?
Of course.
Why?
I'm a party person. So I have to. Well, of course, it was a very difficult decision to swallow. But then I felt that as a politician, you cannot. Elections are meant to be won and lost.
Okay, the first election where that decision was not taken, when you took a critical analysis of what really happened, can you tell us what went wrong, why you lost that election?
Yes, I ran the most profound campaign, the most sophisticated campaign in that election in 2014. A lot of people even felt that Njemeyo is the candidate to build in this election. But then, when you're coming to politics, I came from the activism background. I was doing it as if it was a student union stuff.
Fair, yeah.
And on the day of primary election was free and fair, and I lost.
On the APC?
Yes. So I learned a lesson through that.
Okay.
And if you see they have passed this not too young to run bill, you have seen that that bill has encouraged a lot of youths to go to the National Assembly. Today we have many youths below 35, 30, 32, even from Ondo State here. This honorable from Edonre.
But not from your party?
Of course, but it's under the political space in Nigeria.
Okay.
So that bill actually encouraged a lot of youth. In your state today, we have the Speaker of the State Assembly is less than 35. In Kwara, so many states like that, we have young guys who are coming up. Even in Ondo State, a lot of people contested. A lot of young guys, their brothers contested. But then APC,
you have any intention of testing again?
No, I cannot actually predict what will happen tomorrow. But then, as a politician, we actually have not foreclosed the intention of representing our people.
Okay, now, minutes ago you talked about you being a party man. Okay. Is there internal democracy in Ondo APC?
Yes.
If you're going to be sincere.
Yes. I must give that kudos to the governor and the state chairman of the party. The constitution, which is the grand norm of our party, specify three ways with which primary elections can be conducted, whether by direct or indirect or consensus. Now, the one they did the last election, there was a consensus arrangement between the gladiators, the leadership of the party, and some of us who are players. But the aftermath of that resolve may not be palatable to some people, because political activity is about conflict management. A lot of people, they have different tendencies. You know how politics is being run in this country. Some people must have gone ahead to take loans and stuff like that for the purpose of election. So taking a consensus arrangement may not actually be palatable to them. But I can't tell you in actual fact that there is an internal democracy in APC Ondo.
Okay, we're not living under APC yet. Many would say there are other things happening, in the party, which not too good, because there are so many members, bona fide members of Ondo APC, who believe there are so many things ongoing within the party that are not too good. We'll still come to that. Let's go on a quick break. When we return, we'll talk more on Ondo APC.
This is New Dawn, motivating and inspiring. Dawn. Think anew. Act anew.
All right, so you're welcome back. It's still New Dawn live on Adabai Chipanada FM. Accra, this is how we do it every Wednesday afternoon. Remember, it is a program supervised by Mr. Steve Otalero. My guest is Inja Mayor, essay to the Governor, Youth Mobilization North. Okay, under APC, you did say there is internal democracy in your party. But why are some members of your party aggrieved, even when there is no election, even those who do not contest years, months ago, are really aggrieved? Why and why?
Just like I've opined earlier, that politics is about crisis management. Even within a family, there are issues, there are contentions, and issues between brothers.
Okay, that means you're affirming the fact that there are crises in Ondo APC.
I'm not saying there is crisis. I'm not affirming it. I'm saying that there are pockets of issues, just like you have said, pockets of issues, and to a large extent, that issues cannot.
Is it affecting the party negatively? Is it affecting the party negatively?
That's
at the
what I'm
moment?
saying, that it cannot threaten the existence of the party. Yes.
How sure are you?
I'm very sure. Very sure. I'm very sure.
Can you give reasons why you're so sure that it's not going to affect your party?
As I speak with you today, there are a lot of meetings ongoing. The leadership of the party from the national level to the zonal level, they have resolved, and they are already meeting with different tendencies on how to move the party forward. And I can tell you for a fact too that that will not affect the chances of the party, maybe in subsequent election.
Okay, now let's move to the national level, where many of your party faithful believe it is time for Adams Oshiomhole to go. How would you describe his leadership qualities?
Oshiomhole.
Yeah.
Yes, as a former Labour leader,
Yeah.
as a former governor of states, I must say that the chairman has done a bit
Of good or bad?
a bit of social engineering of the party, but then there are also reservations on certain things that he has done. There are reservations on the combative tendencies of handling so many things that
You as an individual,
Yes.
are you satisfied with the leadership qualities of Adams Oshiomhole, your party national chairman?
me as Mayowa DB,
Yes.
I am not satisfied.
Why are you not satisfied?
Yes, I'm an administrator. Before I got the appointment, I was a senior administrative officer in a tertiary institution, and I know the bureaucratic process of handling organization to a large extent. In 2014, Pao Yegun was the state chairman. There was laid down rules.
National chairman.
National chairman, sorry. There were laid down rules of engagement, whether on the conduct of party's primary, on the conduct of so many things within the party. And once you read on timetable that there's going to be activities on so dates, you can be rest assured that such activities will be carried with utmost sense of responsibilities. Those who will be conducting the election will come, and they'll have, the responsible and responsive election. But when Oshiomhole came, there was a sharp division, a paradigm shift from how things have been done. See people going to Abuja in violation of democratic protocols, paying heavily to buy party tickets, and that is the cross, or major cross of the issue, of the challenges that we're having in the party. And if you look at it from state, how we lost in Zamfara, see how we lost in some other states, arising from his, inept leadership, you will realize that there are a lot of, or to a certain extent, setback in his leadership.
Which you're not happy with?
I am not happy.
Okay, what about his stand on those individuals, those party men who were said to have, in some other ways, yes, prior to some elections in their respective states, involved in anti-party activities? So what about those individuals still in your party? These individuals, Oshomole is angry with them that they were involved in anti-party activities. So how would you describe Oshomole's stance on them?
Yes, anti-party is one of the most grievous offenses in party politics. But then, for you to work or to guide against anti-party, you must follow your constitution to the letter, which is the grand norm for any public engagement.
What's the penalty? What's the penalty?
I'm not talking about the penalty now. I'm talking about you can only penalize someone for an anti-party if you have done something in consonance with the constitution. You as the boss, you can only penalize your subordinates or those who are working under you if you are working in tandem with the organizational rules and protocols. So once you begin to flaunt that rules violently without giving recourse to your constitution, you should expect certain level of resistance from those who are looking up to you. And that is what you have seen in those states.
So Oshomole flouted some APC rules?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Now I guess you will still come to that if time permits, but then we need to move ahead now and talk about other issues. Many would say it's not too good that, yes, Fowler's tenure got ended. Now we're having someone else, President Buhari, saying, let's get his confirmation. How would a lot of Nigerians are not too happy with happenings? Banner also out and been replaced. Most of these positions going to the north. You, as a party man, it is still your APC at the national level, getting these positions to some other northerners. Is it true that we do not have competent hands from the south?
No. If you ask me why Banner Fowler was relieved, I would say, if you ask me, is it a constitutional issue, I would say yes. Does it deserve to be there for second time? I would say yes. But at the discretion of the Mr. President.
Yeah, sure, I agree.
So I don't know why people are raising issues about it. If you
a northerner replacing a southerner?
You ask me, is it constitutional?
Is it right?
It's possible.
Constitutionally right.
It's constitutionally right.
Politically.
It's correct. Yeah.
Because
the government reserved, the president reserved the right to hire and fire.
Okay. We're going to quick break. We'll be back. When we return, we'll be rounding off.
This is New Dawn, motivating and inspiring. It's New Dawn. Think anew. Act anew.
All right, you're welcome back. All right, you're welcome back from that quick break. Time fast spent. Okay, now what do you foresee for your party? Because the APC is still very new in terms of affairs in Nigeria. Many blame the happenings at the moment on the long tenure of the PDP in the country. But then, since Nigerians are saying the hardship is much this time, blaming your party, the APC, things were not too hard this way years ago when PDP was in power. I'm sure you've heard that before.
I've heard about that. I've heard about a lot of things, but that are issues that are common in public governance. You see people making complaint, making comparison between the government of yesterday.
But for now, it's all changed. Now the next level. What exactly is the next level?
Yes, and it's too early to judge.
You think we are moving to the next level at all?
Of course, we are going to the next level.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, perhaps because you're a member of the APC, that's why you're saying that.
No.
And what exactly is the next level? Nigerians seem not to understand the next level.
Yeah. Anyway, the what we tend to achieve in this next level, the next level of development, it's the next level to consolidate on the gains of the last the 4 years. It's the next level to genuinely reposition the state on the path of progress. And of course, if you see what the government have been doing since we were re-elected, you will realize that the government is making conscious efforts to ensure that our gains that we have recorded in the last 4 years, we consolidated on it.
Okay, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. Angel Mayo, thank you very much for coming on the program.
Thank you
and I hope to see you again.
Thank you for having me.
This is New Dawn. Remember, it's a program supervised by Mr. Steve Otalo. Next Wednesday, I will sure return. I'm Michael Akintunde.
It's New Dawn on the horizon of the All Progressives Congress, Ondo State, where we are building an egalitarian society where people will be treated as equals, would treat one another as equals, would relate as equals, and enjoy an equality of social status of some sort. God bless you all for the sacrifice you've made in the last 2 years. It would speak volumes to the heart and the soul of this administration as it strives to bequeath us fully developed communities that work, one that would invariably determine and reshape the future of our dear Sunshine State. New Dawn. Think anew. Act anew.
I want to flex myself, cause I cannot keep myself.